Hello everyone. Today we are talking about the AI problem solving under the AI fundamental series of AI 101. We generally classify the all the problem, generally all the problem in basically two domain. One is classification and another is the regression. And in the classification, we are trying to classify the multiple object of interest. For example, if we have some input in this multi-layer perceptron, here is input layer and this is the output layer, and we have the multiple hidden layers in the middles. Here we are going to classify the two categories here. Yeah, you can see the categories here. One is the plus and another is the minus category, and we are going to classify these two category using a linear classification boundary. Okay, so if we have a multiple this type of the object we have to classify, then we need to make the multiple output node according to our number of the categories, right? Sometimes this linear boundary is not possible for the real world problem solving. The boundary could be the non-linear or some type of the curves, right? Here the network try to make this type of the classification boundary by learning learning or adjusting the weights and bias. Okay. Another problem is the regression problem. In the regression problem, for example, here is the one multi-layer perceptron. This is the input layer, this is the output layer, and we have the two hidden layers here. And in the regression problem, generally we try to identify the next value, the future value, based upon our some data patterns. For example, if we have the weather data for 10 years, then we train the regression model using those data, and then the model try to predict the next value. For example, in the case of the weather, it could be the temperature or some humidity, rainfall, or some pressures level or wind direction. It can predict for the next value. For example, we have the if we train the data until today, then it can predict the value for the tomorrow. We can generalize all these problems into the 5 different major problems in AI domain. Right? This is the regression problem that we already discussed. In the classification problem, we just try to identify whether our object of interest is present in our input data or not. Right? So there is no any localized information. For example, in this whole image, where is the position of the person or horse, we cannot identify. Right? So if we want to identify the location of the object, then we need to use the object detection method. In the object detection method, we first classify the object of interest, and then also identify its location by drawing this rectangular box. We called it as a bounding box. And for to draw a bounding box, we need the two coordinate, right? Here start coordinate and the end coordinate for each object of interest. We first classify the object of interest. This is the classification problem, and another is the start and the end position of this boundary, this bounding box, right? This is the regression problem. That's why the object detection include both the classification and the regression problem. And for example, if we are dealing with the medical images, if we are trying to identify the tumor in a brain, then the tumor could be the irregular shape, right? Not the rectangular always. Okay, we need the precise boundary of this object of interest, And in this semantic segmentation or some segmentation problem, we need to identify the precise boundary of the object of interest. That is, we are trying to label the object of interest by the polygon, or sometimes we can say we classify each pixels. Another problem is the reinforcement learning. Here we are trying to train our agent. For example, car is a AI agent. The car need to identify the road symbols, traffic symbols, and the road object, and the for example, there could be the another car, truck, or other vehicles, and the pedestrian. Agents should identify this object and need to follow the traffic signals and light. Okay, and if the agent is training properly, then we can reward the agent, and otherwise we can punish, or some we didn't provide any reward. And based on this reward, the AI agent is trained. If we compare the traditional programming and the machine learning, in the conventional programming, we develop one algorithm, and then we also input a data, and based on that algorithm, the some result we expect. It is hard to solve the complex problem using this conventional programming method. In the other hand, in the machine learning, we have a data, and we provide the result of the data. For example, if we have a image including the cat, and then we input that image and the respective label, for example the cat and that the image, and then the machine learning try to develop a algorithm by itself to identify, to solve that problems, right? So the machine directly develop the algorithm based on the problem oriented algorithm it tries to develop here. Okay, this is the main difference between these two, traditional programming and the machine learning. And in the supervised learning, we have a data, we have a training data, and we provide the respective label. For example, we discussed about the cat image and the label cat provided by the human expert, and then we train this model, and if the model is trained, and then we try to predict the model performance. The machine learning algorithm is trained by adjusting the weight and bias, and if the model is properly trained, then it can perform well on the unknown data, or some we can say it is a test data, right? This is a supervised learning method. And if we talk about the correlation of artificial intelligence with others domain, we can say the artificial intelligence is a multidisciplinary field of research. We can input the data from the different domain like education, social science, agriculture, finance, any medical, art, industry, and others, right? And the artificial intelligence try to identify the data patterns, right? Data patterns, and based on that data patterns, it can classify or regress the problem. And in the today's scenario, the artificial intelligence is a state-of-art method, and we have some opportunities and challenges. We already discussed some opportunities, and some challenges we have is some digital divide. Most of the people doesn't know about the AI technology this time. If we are interested on some AI technology, sometimes it could be some lacking of infrastructure also sometimes. Most important challenge is the data security, right? And the data scarcity, right? Scarcity means if we are dealing with some particular problem, then we need the data, because we are working on the data driven approach. So the data, there could be some data, but not sufficient to train the the large number of the parameters of machine learning and deep learning algorithm, and then this could be the one challenge. Problem of job replacement could be possible. Ethical consideration is also another challenge, and also we need the partnership and collaboration to enhance our system or some method, and there are some risks also. There could be the threat of cyber threat or some vulnerability issues, and the most of the data should be preserved. For example, the government data, some medical health related data should be preserved well. If we train a machine learning model, there could not be sometimes the result that we expect. The model could be biased from its actual performance. So model performance should be controlled, and the model performance should be independently make a decision. It should not be influenced by some ethical groups, some politics, some type some geographical region. Right? It should be independently decision making. Right? Another is the cultural issue. If the model provides some decision, then if our society does not accept, then the output is not acceptable. The AI decision or some type of the recommendation is not acceptable for us. Yuval Noah Harari provides some type of the threats by the AI. It could be the job replacement, some type of the surveillance and privacy should be violated, and some type it could be create some type of the propaganda to disturb the social balance, and sometimes the AI system could be weaponized. This could be the reason of human existence. So there could be some threat also. So it should be regularized by the authority. But as you can see, the technological development is very fast, right? But the regularization is very slow. And there should be the balance between the technological development and parallelly the policy should be developed at the same time. And we can see that the AI technology is going to broad, and it is now in today we have some AI technology which are working on the narrow domain, and it could be the very strong in the future. So it should be more balanced at all, right? Yeah, this is the end of this session. Next session we will discuss more about the AI methods. Thank you very much.